First, we discuss app navigation. At the bottom of the page is the help link for further reference. Feel free to email admin@preddle.com if you have any questions. Navigate using this top menu. We will upload the dataset and configure workspaces from the pages behind these links. We will create generalized linear models, or GLMs, through these links, and then segment the data using machine learning through these links. You can click the Click Here for More Information button to bring up the tutorial videos. Depending on the complexity of your work, you might be working on multiple data sets and multiple models at once. In Preddle, it's really easy to chop and change between models. To upload the file into Preddle, come to the Workspace Settings screen by clicking this link. Click this button, choose the zip file or CSV file containing your data, and then click Upload. It will analyze the data and perform some important operations. First, it will look at the type of values in each field and categorize that field as either integer, decimal, or categorical. Integers are whole numbers like 1, 2, or 3. Decimals are numbers with a decimal component. You may know integer or decimal numbers as interval variables. Categorical variables are basically text fields. You may know these as nominal variables. Different data types allow different treatment in Preddle. Notably, text fields cannot be modeled as continuous factors, only categorical. Integer and decimal variables can be modeled as categorical, but it just requires a couple of extra steps to band them, which we'll see. We recommend, as much as possible, cleaning your data beforehand to ensure there are no missing values. By missing, we mean completely blank, not some label like the word missing or a dot. You ideally should assign some value to them. Any missing or blank values will automatically be changed by Preddle to -1. -1 is a good number to represent missing values because it is not a common value in most contexts, but is compatible with the integer, decimal, and categorical data types, so that the presence of missing or blank values will not in itself change the category into which Preddle would otherwise have assigned each variable based on the other values it could take. Try not to have blanks, but even more so if -1 can still be a genuine value, since after this reassignment of missing values, genuine -1 values will be indistinguishable from what were missing values. Once a variable is classified as categorical, each unique value will be treated as a unique level in that categorical variable, which can be difficult to work with if the variable represents a numerical measurement, since you could have as many unique values as there are records. Remember, Preddle doesn't know that the variable wasn't supposed to be treated as a text or categorical variable, despite the existence of characters in the value. So try not to mix character and numeric values in the one column unless you know how this will affect the categorization process. Text fields aren't given any particular ordinal treatment at this point. An example of when an ordinal treatment might be important is when you have membership levels of platinum, gold, silver, bronze, and none, where there is a clear ordering. If you want to enforce an ordinal relationship between levels, you'd normally group levels during the modeling process later that didn't naturally fall in the order you want. Example, if you see that platinum behaves more like silver than gold, we will see how you could then group platinum and gold together to maintain that a priori ordering. So after the file has been uploaded, review this summary that describes for each variable what the type is and, for instance, how many unique levels there are, or if it's type integer, what the range is. Review that and then click Continue. At any point, you can delete the dataset. Now, deleting it will remove any trace that it or any models that we are about to build from that dataset were ever created. you can delete it by clicking this delete button. If you want, you can then re-import the file, effectively starting from a blank slate. Now you can't import two data sets with the same name, so you would need to explicitly delete the previous one first. Notice how the file we uploaded was gambling.zip containing gambling.csv, so this dataset name has been assigned here as gambling. So how can I manipulate and prepare my data before importing it? The easiest way, if the dataset is not too big, is to use Excel. Now this also doesn't require you to learn any programming languages apart from Excel formulas, which hopefully you're at least a little bit familiar with. Now, for bigger data sets, large corporations might use SAS or SPSS to prepare their data. If you don't have access to these, which can be very expensive, and you are still technically minded, you can download and install free software packages like MySQL Workbench for free, and then write SQL queries to merge and manipulate datasets. Since MySQL is great for data manipulation, but can't perform complex statistical operations, it works great in combination with Preddle. By combining MySQL and Preddle, you can produce predictive models to rival those of professional data analysts with extensive experience and expensive software.